Hello there, everybody. This is Cholera, and welcome to the weekend, which means that we're going to have a couple of commentaries here. And the first one I am going to do is from a few weeks ago. This is Upmagic versus Hyuk. That's right, Hyuk. And hopefully this will be a hilarious game. You guys did recommend this game to me, so I assume it's going to be good. Although I do know you guys are quite, some of you are quite favored towards my Hyuk commentaries. Don't know why exactly. Perhaps it is because Hyuk is such a great player. Hyuk on the right there, the master of almost achieving victory. That is right. Hyuk almost wins more than half of his games, probably. But in reality, his record is about 30% because he doesn't actually win most of them. He almost wins them, and that is what he's really good at. He is the master of epic failures, basically. On the cusp of victory, he manages to snatch defeat from those jaws, those big jaws of victory, Hyuk. And here we're going to actually see Hyuk on Battle Royale facing a Terran player. So will Hyuk be one of the few Zerg players to actually lose on an incredibly Zerg favored map here, this being Battle Royale? You know, Battle Royale, we generally see, I think about 60% of the games are all Zerg versus Zerg because every single team knows to send Zergs on this map. You know, we've seen pretty much no games where it's been a Terran and a Protoss player, or Terran, Protoss. There's been no games. Okay, so there has been one Terran player who's lost to a Zerg player, who's beaten a Zerg player here, rather. And let's see if Hyuk becomes number 2, the second Zerg to ever lose on this map against a Terran player. We're going to have to see. This is SKT1 versus eSTRO, of course. Upmagic, one of the best players on eSTRO. SKT1 has a lot of great players, and it has Hyuk. And we'll see what he does here. It looks like he's going to go for a drone scout. Now, on this map, I think a Terran player probably is going to end up going mech most of the time, and possibly sealing himself in. That's what Firebat Hero attempted to do against Savior, go mech, but Savior, basically shut him down pretty quickly, and even Savior managed to beat his, his arch nemesis, Firebat Hero on this map, and that shows how much this map is Zerg favored, because, to be honest, Savior and Firebat Hero haven't been doing well recently, but, Savior has not been able to beat Firebat Hero in a long time. Anyway, it looks like we're going to start off here with a 12 hatch from Hyuk. By the way, his name is Hyuk. It's something Hyuk. And, if he had just called his name Hyuk, like Dong calls his name Dong, I bet we wouldn't be making fun of him. I mean, to be honest, it's pretty small of a thing that, his name sounds funny because it's Hyuk. But imagine Dong was called Dong. I mean, even if he was a great player, we'd still be like, and there's donging it up. Let's see if he's gonna stick his Zerg dongs into, someone's base. We'd be making fun of him too if his name was Dong. So, Hyuk, if he called himself Hyuk, I probably wouldn't even come up with, Hyuking himself, because he'd just be another bad player that I don't care about, like the Zerg, or S2, or, one of countless players who just aren't good, and I don't watch them. But instead, his name's Hyuk, so it's great for everyone. Well, I'm very glad he didn't name himself Hyuk, because then we wouldn't have another bit of comic relief in the StarCraft community. All right, so Upmagic is actually going to go for his sort of patented Upmagic build. Not patented, but I really like this build he does, and it's most likely going to be a factory into expansion. That's what I'm talking about. And notice that he doesn't have that many SCVs on gas, and Hyuk, meanwhile, is going to go for a 2-hatchery build into Lair here. Probably going to go into his 2-hatchery Mutalisks into losing the game, which Hyuk is actually quite good at. It's a build that he and Firefist are masters of. They co-invented the 2-hatch Mutalisk into GG. Although they have slightly different variations. Hyuk's variation is usually not totally due to horrible Mutalisk micro. Sometimes it's due to just not killing things, deciding to walk his lings through a base and not kill the units, instead just walking them into the guns here. And here we're going to see Hyuk attempting to engage these Marines. Let's see if this one Marine manages to kill his entire base. It is possible here. So there is a Marine with 4 kills. 4-kill Marine against Hyuk. I mean, Classic. Oh, and oh man, this is actually quite important because, you know, Hyuk has not been able to seal off his front door, so this SCV could get some kill, and the Vulture gets in! The Vulture gets in, so this has actually had catastrophic results here for Hyuk, who cannot even shut himself off. Oh, he can't even close his front door on a map where you're supposed to be able to close your front door, and the Vulture has 4 drone kills already, and another Vulture gets into Hyuk's base. He won't even get to get 2 Hatch Mutalisks before failing. Oh my god, Hyuk fails at life. Oh, humanity. Hyuk loses the game. He's gonna lose the game. There's no ground. Oh my god, these 2 Vultures have so many kills. I think they have like 10 kills between them, and 1 Vulture is still alive. Why aren't you mining, Hyuk? Just get some Hydralisks out. Why are you doing this? It's not like his drones have managed to do anything to this Vulture.